Hey Virgos, welcome and welcome back to the Honey Sea Star Tarot. So this is going to be your full moon in Capricorn reading, and I just had to do this one. Basically, the full moon in Capricorn is going to be illuminated in our 5th house, which is the house of pleasure. So I figured we would do a love reading. Before we get started though, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much to each and every one of you for all your likes, shares, subscribes, all your loves, your listen, I can't talk, for listening, for all your love and support. Really, this channel would not be what it is without each and every one of you guys. And so thank you guys. It fills my bucket up to know that these messages are reaching and resonating with you. And so I truly hope that they help, and I just really cannot say enough. I love you back. So let's get started with who's coming towards us here with this full moon in Capricorn. And so, like I say, it's going to illuminate our 5th house of pleasure. So as I would put it, it's date night. Now just be careful for those not seeking love. You may run into somebody unanticipated or meet somebody new unanticipated. But also to be prepared that with the full moon in Capricorn illuminating our 5th house, this is going to be illuminating all sorts of aspects of pleasure, comfort, beauty, good food. In the points of relationships as well, it has a lot to do with lust. And so for those not trying to get pregnant, just be careful. Because you will also be very fertile at this time. Now, with what's coming towards us here in this full moon, basically what I'm seeing is that you are absolutely very guarded. So you may not be in the shopping, I guess, or in the interest of meeting somebody new at this time. But somebody absolutely sees you. And they see you through your work. So they may be watching you online. If you've got social media, they may be working, they may be a coworker, or in some way has some affiliation with you through some sort of either work or collaboration or teamwork activity, whether it be if you're on a sports team, etc. There's some kind of affiliation. So you've already met this person, basically. This also, too, could be a person of the past. It's somebody that's very comfortable with you and that you are very comfortable with them. And so, like I say, you absolutely do have a past together, or at least you have a present together at the very least. But this is somebody that you absolutely already know. So this is kind of interesting. Now, with the 3 of Wands, basically what this is this was in the past, this was a missed opportunity between you two. There was a lack of cooperation at the time. There was actually a bit of conflict or friction due to competition. But either way, this is something where basically it was a missed opportunity where in the past when you came together, due to negligence or mistakes or things just not kind of working out or being aligned, it was a missed opportunity at that time. Now, for those that are looking, what I also see is, I can read this 2 ways. Basically, you could have more than one option coming through. No pressure. But also, too, if we're reading to this past love that didn't work out or was a missed opportunity, it was actually due to them having other options, if you will. There could have been other temptations on the table, other people that they were potentially seeing, if this was like a new situation that just didn't get off the ground. But either way, there was a third-party situation involved that really kind of led to this not developing any further. Like I say, though, with it coming back into play, there's going to be a lot of lust involved with this full moon. And so just be careful. They're coming in as a Knight of Wands. So this person is very dynamic. They're very inspirational. They're very career-driven as well, highly motivated. And they also thrive on competition and challenge. You could be dealing with a Leo or also with a Cancer is what I'm seeing too. But at this time, the stars are aligned. I do see the sun, basically, and this also could speak to the Leo piece too, but what I do see is that this time they're coming in with compassion. There's a lot of contentment between you two, and there will also be some prosperity between the two of you and the success of trying this a second time around. With the Ace of Swords here, the main thing that I see is that this is going to be a short-lived victory. And like I say, with it being their house of pleasure, the 5th house, there's a lot of lust, but it can be short-lived. So intense fire is how I would put it. But really what I do see in this is that Spirit is saying, hey, remember the past. Don't come into this with a lack of wisdom. Also, to be careful not to walk in with intense negativity from the past and how things didn't work out before, if that's not confusing. But basically, this would be the wrong decision of a lover underneath the deck here. Could be a Gemini that you're also dealing with here too. But really what I do see more in that piece is that basically this is going to be a head over heart decision. You may be very physically attracted to this person. They may be very physically attracted to you. And there may be some very intense passion. And like I say, it depends on what you're looking for in a relationship. If, especially with this being related to work, or somebody that's related to work and business with you, if you go into it, what I do see is that it will be very intense, very short-lived, but also too, unfortunately, what I also see is it could be some blind enthusiasm that you're coming in with. So, and you could incur where justice is not on your side, it could incur some bad karma. So just kind of be aware, the past may not be the best situation, or the co-work situation may not be the best situation either that's coming back. So if somebody is coming back, just kind of beware about that. Now, Spirit, what additional messages do you have for us for this full moon in Capricorn, especially as it illuminates our house of pleasure? Thank you, Spirit. So we pulled the Magician as well as, we pulled Judgment, the Magician, and also the Page of Wands. So what I see in that is that basically this is going to require a judgment call. Like I say, it'll be a very fast passion between you two, very swift, very intense, but it will also help you awaken with an epiphany, and it's going to be a spiritual resolution or realization too, and a spiritual resolution that'll lead to an absolution of transition. It will be a good moment of healing because it'll allow you to really kind of resolve any past issues where you thought it was a missed opportunity. You guys are kind of taking a second go at it, or possibly just looking if this person does show up. It'll be a good closure, basically. But what I do see in that is that you are going to stand true in a spiritual, constructive, and creative power. And as the master, you will be prosperous. You're going to, at this point, what I look at is if the past is coming back, you've learned and taken your wisdom with you. And as long as you take your wisdom with you, basically you know what you want in a partner now. And everything is aligned, everything is ready for you, and there is good news coming in, but this is going to be a new opportunity. This is one that's going to bring a lot of enthusiasm, it's going to bring out creativity, but there's absolutely going to be a message here with you. And again, we've got the Cancer and the Leo, but then we also have this, we also have the Virgo, so it could be a potential Virgo that you're dealing with here as well. But what I do see that is that you're dealing with a water, a fire, or an earth sign. I know that only leaves out air. But if that resonates, by all means, like I say, look forward to the new is kind of how I'm seeing. And this will take a bit of introspection for you. So, now is the time. Basically, it'll be a head over heart situation, especially with the past. But you're taking that wisdom with you. You're taking that higher introspection. And more importantly, you're going into solitude to really understand what you want in a partner moving forward. And you're going to be making a rational and analytical and decision about this. But more importantly, you're going to be expressing a higher discipline that has logic. So with the King of Swords, basically, you're going to decide, what I see in this is that you will decide to, with whoever the coworker is piece, to keep things in a professional manner. What I also see in this, though, too, is, like I say, you're following and standing true in your ethics. And again, the Geminian energy pops up, also possibly Taurian energy. But what I see in that is that you're really grounded in your beliefs and in your in your ethics. And so this is something where, like I say, if it's a coworker, I would go with just watch it. If it's a past, go with no. New, maybe. You don't know. Or, who knows. But what I do also see in that new piece just at the beginning of the deck is that you're going to choose your passion. This is the Knight of Cups coming in as a knight. They're going to be very charming. They're going to be very sensitive, very compassionate. And this is the partner that you're looking for. This is a voluntary change. And so what I do see in that is with date night, just in case, if anyone's looking at trying to connect with somebody from the past or from a coworker standpoint, maybe think about it again. But either way, more importantly, like I say, you're going to resolve through this full moon of knowing what you want in a partner, knowing that new is really a better option for you. And this Knight of Cups may also turn your eye, like I say. And what I see in that for the new person is they've either got Libra in their chart, like a Libra rising, but also Scorpio in there here as well. So no pressure, but looks like you've got another water sign kind of coming towards you too that may not be as, and I speak with love, but may not be as volatile in that passionate department as Cancers sometimes can be. And I mean that with love. Now let's get some messages here from the witches, excuse me, from the Herbal Witches Kitchen deck. Oh my God, I cannot talk. I'm sorry, guys. You know what I meant, not what I said. But what we've got here is the Four Swords. Okay, so this could put you in an emotional, overwhelmed part of anxiety, or you may be fearful of trying to start something new, which might pull you towards the past or put you in that point of thinking about the past and past hurts. I absolutely see that too with past hurts, where it could, by carrying that stress, by carrying that pain with you, it's leading you to feel overburdened or overwhelmed. And really it's kind of making you leery towards new love. What Spirit's reminding you here of with this is that basically with the elderberry as well is that new love coming in will be very healing for you. There's going to be a balance and a harmony with the Scorpio or Libran in the relationship that truly is a honored reciprocity. It's going to start with a friendship. Possibly you already know them in that fashion as well. But it's going to grow towards a very peaceful and romantic partnership. So like I say, the full moon is going to eliminate your house of pleasure. You're going to be tempted towards that lustful side. What I'm seeing here is that you're standing in that grounding balance, that inner balance of the head and the heart with looking towards the new, especially with Libra or Scorpio, like I say, that's really going to build on a strong foundation of friendship here. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Okay. And so, like I say, so again, we've got where the past is going to kind of wake you up towards, how to put this, if you choose the past or the coworker situation, by muddying those waters, bringing in something, what I see is it could potentially cause financial difficulties or troubles, hardships, and you may experience a winter with that, again, as I would put it. It could also be, lead to instability or unexpected change, but more importantly, debt or conflict. And so just kind of watch that. I guess I wasn't anticipating this in the reading, but for anyone, if this resonates, by all means, take heed. If there's a past Leo in particular coming in, I would absolutely avoid that. At this point, they're coming in for more of a monetary gain. They're not coming in for true intentions to begin with. So I think, like I say, it might be very intense connection. However, it'll be very short-lived, with Leo or Gemini for that matter is what I'm kind of getting. But again, we've got this two of staffs. So there is a new opportunity that's coming, and there is somebody new that potentially is already a friend, a new friend, somebody that you're just kind of getting to know. But this is a new promising opportunity. There's a lot of peace towards it and a lot of balance here that's blessing it. And also too, this, what Spirit is saying here is that due to your hard work, due to you really understanding and learning from your past relationships and choosing that stronger foundation, choosing new and knowing what you truly want and are looking for in a partner as opposed to them choosing you. I think it was once best put to me as, there are so many wrong people that will choose you. It's nice to choose the right one for you. And it's more importantly, it's not even just nice, it's important to make sure you're choosing the right one for you as opposed to letting the wrong ones choose you for you. By doing that, by taking that power back in who your relationships are with, who you open your heart to, your success will be your reward, basically. And also, too, I do see this being a very patient partner. And again, we've got the Temperance. This is something where when you meet this person, they will provide a peace and a calm within you. And also, too, they won't take your power. They won't make you feel pressured. You will have the ability to utilize self-restraint and kind of restrain yourself out of that 5th house of pleasure for date night and maybe hold back on that lust, knowing the importance of the love aspect that is truly worth waiting for. I guess is how I would put it. Now, Spirit, give us one more message here for us Virgos here as we close this out. What's going on with our new love that's coming potentially in? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So, with the King of Wands in reverse, basically Spirit is just saying to remind yourself, watch your impulsivity, especially with the House of Pleasure at hand here. More importantly, come into any type of past situation prepared. Remember the past for what it was, not what you wanted it to be. With the Hangman in reverse, especially with the Witch Hazel, this is something where Spirit is just saying you are unable to go back. So you will find that this person is unable to change, and therefore you're unable to go back. Watch that impulsivity again. If you do choose to go back to the past, there is a bit of betrayal involved here. So just watch out, and again, it's financially going to impact you. But either way, with the Sun in reverse as well, Spirit is just cautioning you of, be careful not to self-sabotage or to manifest failure with wanting something from the past that didn't work out because you wanted it to be, you sought for what you wanted it to be, not what it was. And then at the bottom of the deck, like I say, again, focus on friendships, groups, parties, socialization, reunions, but also too a time of celebration. And so I really do see a new partnership coming in with that. And more importantly, you're standing in your Empress power. Good for you. I'm just saying. There is wealth, fertility. So sorry for anyone that's not trying to look for that. Just watch out. But there's absolutely material wealth. There's absolutely birth and maternal influence involved with this new relationship. There's a very strong nature and nurturing characteristic to it. And absolutely the universe has this coming into because you deserve it. You've had a lot of bad relationships in the past that have hurt you in different ways that have unfortunately really challenged you to not bring them into the future. And so this is kind of a good test this full moon to see of how, what have you learned? What are you taking with you? And Spirit is saying the world is in your favor. Basically, success is on your side, and more importantly, this is completion for you. So no longer will you be tempted by the past. You absolutely know what you want and what you deserve and what you really want to help nurture, help grow in your life in a partner. And that person is absolutely coming in. So like I say, if anyone's dealing with a Scorpio or dealing with a Libran, and you want to share your story, by all means, please do so. That way we can help support you, help lift you up, and celebrate your success here as well. So I hope this reading helps. Thank you guys too as well for all your support. If this resonated, by all means, and you feel comfortable, like I say, share your story below, put a heart in the comments below. That way we can all lift each other up and walk through this journey together. But also too, if this resonated and you feel inclined to support the channel, please like, share, subscribe. It really helps with getting the algorithm to recognize this message, get it out to more Virgos and as many Virgos as we can to build us all up together on our journeys. So thank you guys so much for listening. Happy full moon in Capricorn. Take care and have a fun date night.